Hey everyone, Ryan here at M&R Productions, and I pulled an all-nighter to be able to bring you this video to cover some brand new LEGO Star Wars 2022 sets with some crazy stuff I just didn't expect here today, especially given stuff I've talked about in some recent videos. So, you know, this one will go to show rumors aren't always true as well. Anyway, we have the 75320 Snowtrooper Battle Pack with 105 pieces and 4 minifigs. This set is the first real $20 battle pack. The last $20 battle pack we had, the only other $20 battle pack we had, was the Imperial Dropship Battle Pack, the 20th anniversary set. That included a 5th minifigure and a stand for that figure, which actually gave it a reasonable amount of value for that $20. This battle pack comes on the heels of the last $15 battle packs 2 years ago, and it does not provide anything extra as far as your extra $5 of value. You're still right around that 100 piece mark, and you're still at 4 minifigs, and yet you're paying $5 more. I think this is a pretty bad move from LEGO to go to 20 bucks for these battle packs. I just do not see it. I mean, it's LEGO Star Wars. People are going to buy it anyway, and that's probably how they think. 13-year-old me dreaded $20 battle packs, and now that I see it in action, it's really bad. This is not good for $20. You have to have something more than this, and they just don't. So basically, we are missing what was heavily rumored that there would be stands for the minifigs. I figured that would be kind of the big addition of value there, and that just seems to be completely absent from this battle pack. Now, as far as the figures go, we do get 3 Snowtroopers, which look really good and seem to all be the exact same externally. Maybe you might have different heads underneath, but as far as the actual armor goes, they're the same. And then the exclusive figure for the set, which seems pretty cool, is a Hoth Scout Trooper using that same old Scout Trooper helmet. Not a new helmet mold or anything for the set to justify that 20 bucks again, but the new torso print and everything does look pretty nice, and this set, of course, with those figures is going to bolster up that UCS AT-AT. I can only assume part of the reason LEGO is so brazen about increasing the price of a battle pack $5 more right now is because they're releasing an $800 AT-AT, and a lot of people buying an $800 AT-AT aren't going to think twice about an extra $20, $40, $60, $80 when they want to add some more Snowtroopers to that $800 AT-AT. But as far as the builds go in this set, we have the speeder bike for the Scout Trooper, which looks really good, and it appears to me that it is the same speeder bike design as we have in the UCS AT-AT, as it probably should be, no surprise there. And then we have the E-Web Blaster, which has a stud shooter on top using a brand new stud shooting mechanism that we actually saw in those Batman sets that came out a little bit ago, and that looks like a pretty nice way to shoot studs, I guess, if you're into that. You know, it's definitely a bit prettier, I think, than the old stud shooter design, so it's at least got that going for it. And then we actually have the, like, snow embankment or the trench or whatever you want it to be there, and it's a decently sizable build for a battle pack. I definitely like that you get quite a few snow pieces there, so that's nice, but it's still not enough, in my opinion, to justify that $20 price point on this set. I understand why LEGO's not sending me this set to review, because I will not shill for it. As much as I like it, 20 bucks is way too much money for a battle pack, and quite honestly, this is a pretty disgusting move to jump the price $5 on what is the exact same battle pack as we had previously been having for LEGO Star Wars. I'm not seeing the extra $5 here. $5 more should have meant a 5th figure, and it's not here. LEGO is really trying to screw the customer here, in my opinion, and I don't like it. Now, there is something else to talk about with this battle pack that I have purposefully skipped over, and that is the box art. They changed the box art. I really thought they would not change the LEGO Star Wars box art for God knows how long, and they have just done it, and I am very surprised to have seen they have done this. Now, there are some good things about this. I really love the color of it. I like this blue stripe that's going on. This dark blue stripe looks really good. It mixes well with the blue kind of hue of the snow on Hoth. And then, of course, you have the blue background behind the Snowtroopers, the blue background behind Darth Vader on the bottom left. Hopefully that's a character that we'll see changed out depending on which trilogy or media a particular set is from. At this point, we don't know. And then the side box art looks like it's going to be making a return, which is something I, of course, am very big on. And then something else on the side box art, which I think is pretty cool, is this little insignia on the side. It's got an Imperial logo, and I would assume this is going to be a movie-specific insignia, or maybe just a scene-specific insignia that you'll get on the side of each box art, depending on what the set is based on. That is certainly something to keep an eye on as we see more reveals of these 2022 sets. But this Snowtrooper Battle Pack looks really cool, and I want to love it, but for $20, man, that's a tough pill to swallow. It really sucks. 13-year-old me feels real bad right now because It was always a day that I dreaded, and today is literally that day. Now we have the 75322 Hoth AT-ST, and oh boy, this is one that I think is gonna get some real bad reviews here up front, but I do think it does have some redeeming qualities. So this one is $50, and I feel like $50 is a fair price for this set. It does have 586 pieces, and piece count isn't everything, but I look at this AT-ST and I see $50 and I'm like, okay, I can see that here. And if we remember the previous AT-ST, the AT-ST Raider was also $50. However, it had an extra minifigure, but it did have 46 less pieces. So it depends on how you want to look at that. I derive a lot more value from having more minifigs versus like just a sheer number of random pieces included in a set. But you know, to each their own on that, depending on how you want to look at it. But I'm curious where all those pieces went, because this build looks generally skimped down. I don't really know where, you know, an extra 46 pieces went into this one. Maybe the probe droid answers that. I mean, that's actually quite a hefty probe droid build. And they did finally make it in dark gray, actually. That probe droid, for the first time ever, is in dark gray. All the previous probe droids have been in black, other than really the one they made as like a building set last year. So it's nice to see that they continue that. That was something I was actually very curious about for this set. As far as the 3 actual minifigures in this set, we have an AT-ST driver who is completely new in this set. Very nice to see some new clothing for him and armor or whatever he's wearing. We also have Chewbacca, who is snow speckled, and definitely speckled is the word to describe the snow on Chewbacca. I thought we would see much closer to the version of Chewbacca that we got in an advent calendar a while back. I don't know why I thought this, but like essentially I just was expecting a much more snow-covered Chewbacca than what we see here. Actually, at first, when I was looking at the pictures of this, I thought there was no snow-covered Chewbacca and that we were all bamboozled. And then finally, we have the Hoth Rebel Trooper in here, which looks like it's got a female face, although I'm not 100% sure, I guess, but those are the 3 figures, and pretty reasonable figures at that. I think that rounds it out pretty well when you combine this set with the, you know, Hoth Battle Pack, Snowtrooper Battle Pack. You get all the Snowtroopers that you're going to need with your AT-ST. I do feel like there's a pretty big void here. Like, this is the sole Rebel Trooper we have between the UCS AT-AT, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack, and now the Hoth AT-ST, and the AT-AT playset from summer of 2020 that's $160. It's just like there's no Hoth Rebel Troopers except this singular one. Now for the box art of the AT-ST, it's got that same theme as the one with the Battle Pack. Very good looking with the black greebling. I wonder if that's going to stay all black on all the other sets. Now for the AT-ST, we have some key differences between this model and our previous models of AT-STs that have all been generally the same, at least more recently. The face is just completely different. It's a much smaller face, and I'm not really a fan of it. Now, I do think this is pretty accurate to what we see with the Hoth AT-ST, a pretty skinny chicken leg walker, obviously, but boy, is this going to be something that takes some getting used to, just given what I think a lot of us are used to with LEGO Star Wars AT-STs at this point. This is just a fundamental change in that. Spring-loaded shooters built into essentially the mouth of the thing. On either side of the main weaponry there, the AT-ST pilot can of course open the hatch at the top of the AT-ST and peer on out. Another feature returning on this AT-ST is the ability to turn the knob at the back of the AT-ST, and then the head will turn in unison with that. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And then finally, we have the feature to move the legs. That's a pretty expected feature. Now, speaking of the legs, and more specifically the feet, that is somewhere where we're definitely seeing a lot of that piece count increase in this set. Now, I would say it has added a lot of detail to the feet. It looks really good, but you can tell when you compare the feet there versus the feet of old for LEGO Star Wars AT-STs, there is a lot more pieces on the new one. So I think that's a big place where they bulked up the part count that might not have been necessary. This AT-ST's head shape is small, it's weird, it's a different shape than I feel like we've had before on AT-STs. And more importantly, the eyes at the front are completely closed off and don't open. I don't know why, but that is really gonna eat at me because we have never had that before. All the AT-ST eyes were on little flaps and you could like open them and play with them, and I always liked that as a kid, but plus you could just physically see through it. I don't know if this is a Hoth specific thing that it's supposed to be closed because of the elements, but nonetheless, it does look weird on an AT-ST compared to what we've had in the past. And I should say about this box size, this is the new $50 box size. They do this every 2 or 3 years, I would say, where they kind of shrinkflate the box sizes, and you go from one year to another, where one year, your $50 box size looks like this, and then the very next year, $50 boxes start looking like this. And so I would assume this AT-ST is this exact box size, just vertical. And so you can see for $50, the box is getting much smaller. And that has been happening for all sorts of price ranges of LEGO Star Wars for years and years and years, but this is just one that I can point out and give you a physical in-hand example of right now. So we still have a lot more LEGO Star Wars 2022 sets to go. These two specifically will be releasing January 1st, 2022, and there are other sets that'll be releasing January 1st. There's other sets that'll be releasing March 1st, and some in April and May, obviously. So there's a lot more to be revealed, but obviously the only things being revealed today, somewhat unfortunately, because we obviously want to see more, is just these two Hoth LEGO Star Wars sets. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. $20 battle pack, good, bad, curious. I feel like most people are going to lean towards bad, but you know, maybe there's some proponents of LEGO charging $5 more, not adding anything of value for that extra $5. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can catch my full in-depth review of both of these sets when I get them later this year, and leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Peace out.